Hello everyone, and welcome to Left of Meta. This is a series that I'm going to be doing highlighting decent to good sets that can be good for newer players due to the ease of acquiring them compared to the meta sets such as Reliquin, Berserking Warrior, Sororia, or False Gods. Before we get into today's set, let's set down the ground rules. These sets have to be from Overland, PvP, or base game dungeons. If they are PvP or Overland, they have to be relatively cheap to pick up on guild stores. A full set should be less than 20k gold, and they cannot be the everyone is running this meta sets, but they will be tested alongside more meta sets for stamina characters. Those will be Leviathan from Crypt of Hearts, and the Maelstrom Bow, and for Magicka characters, they will be Mother Sorrow from Deshaan and the Maelstrom Staff. If there are any sets that aren't listed there, I will mention them in the actual video's descriptions. And with that out of the way, let's roll into today's set. Today's set is called Dragonguard Elite. It drops in the Southern Elsewhere zone and is really cheap on guild stores, the highest number being 5k for a single piece in Divines. And the set has the following bonuses. At 2 items, it gives 657 weapon critical. At 3 items, it is 129 weapon damage. At 4 items, it is 129 stamina recovery. And finally, at 5 items, you gain a stack of Dragonguard tactics for 5 seconds when you deal direct damage to an enemy from their front or side, up to 10 stacks. Each stack of Dragonguard tactics increases your weapon critical by 275. You can only gain 1 stack every half second. So, this set has a couple of really nice upsides. First off, the 2, 3, and 4 are consistently good for what you're trying to do as a DPS. More stamina means you cast more skills, weapon damage means your attacks deal more damage, and weapon critical means that your crits are more likely to happen, and therefore you're more likely to deal more damage. As a side note, the stacking Dragonguard tactics is on par with, if not possibly higher numbers, than Berserking Warrior, which is one of the meta sets for stamina characters. So, it's a lot of crit on a very, very cheap set. Unfortunately, this comes with a very, very hard downside. As mentioned in the set bonuses, this Dragonguard Tactics stack is only gained from dealing direct damage from the front, or to the sides, but unfortunately both of those positions are not where you're supposed to be as a DPS. You'll get good damage out of this, but you're going to be in a position that's going to get you killed in group content. Especially in harder group content, such as some of the later game trials. You might even end up so far ahead that you are out of range of healer buffs. As a second note, it only procs off of direct damage, which means that skills like Endless Hail, Caltrops, and all of the other damage over time effects do not count for building up Dragonguard tactics, which means we tend to build this a lot slower than we would Berserking Warrior. Dragonguard Elite. Final thoughts. All in all, this is a pretty good set. At the very least, if all you're worried about is pushing damage. It has really consistently good damage, will give you a very high crit. The only problem is the positioning. And this can, especially in newer players, encourage some bad habits where positioning is concerned, because it wants you to stand in front or to the side, and most groups will want you to stack on the boss's butt and stab it there. This is a much better set at solo content, things like overland and arena clearing, and that sort of thing, because there, Your positioning does not matter in relation to the group, and you are the only one taking hits, so enemies are going to be facing you when you shoot them. At least most of the time. Unless you're being really clever about things. But, for the most part, you are going to be the sole target, and therefore they are going to be facing you for you to deal your direct damage and build up stacks of Dragonguard Elite. Which basically translates to light attacking every 5 seconds, which I'm sure you can manage to do. So, it's a good set, though I'm not sure I would recommend wearing it into group content. Next week, we will be talking about the set Spell Strategist. I hope to see all of you then. Until then, good luck, have fun, and try not to die. This video includes the Asylum Sanctorum bow as well as the Master's bow in some clips, along with the aforementioned sets.